Hello everybody, welcome. Thank you for joining me today for chair yoga. This is a class that I used to teach at Malaga Cove through Torrance Memorial Hospital. We met every Tuesday at 3 o'clock and we had a lovely group of ladies. And because of COVID, of course, all that got shut down. So we're transitioning into doing these online classes. So, what I want to talk about first is safety. First and foremost, we want to be safe. As you notice, I have a yoga mat under my chair. I got a brand new one, so this is my first, we're christening it today. It's my new round yoga mat. But anyway, why do I put that under me? For safety. When we come to stand, and I ask you to come down and hold onto the chair and maybe walk back, you don't want anything under that chair that might be slippery. When we do the standing portion, I'll go over with you again. So if you guys have a yoga mat, let's put that under our chairs. If not, we're just going to be super careful when we stand. And another layer of safety would to be yoga. Let's go back a little bit. Yoga is traditionally done with bare feet. So we can exercise our feet and our arches and all the ligaments and muscles in our feet and just feel the ground under our toes and under our feet. So if there's a reason why you don't want to take your shoes off or you can't, you can still do this class with socks on or shoes. Very loose shoes maybe, but I'd prefer you to have socks or bare feet. Now the socks, to like I say, add that added layer of safety. The little socks that have the little rubber non-skid things on the bottom, like for instance, if you were going to the hospital and they put those grippy socks on, that's what we like you to use. If you don't have either, just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Is safety is first and foremost. Okay, guys, let's get started. So before we do start with our breath work, our pranayama, and our movement, we'll just go over maybe some props we might use. I have a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, think about a bathrobe belt or maybe a necktie or something long, maybe a bath towel, anything we have around the house you can use. A yoga block. We're going to use that to put in between our thighs to squeeze sometimes. And also we put it right behind our back so that we have a support for our lower back. So a yoga block and a strap. If you don't have a block, you can use a throw pillow, something, off your couch or your bed. It's all good. You just want something in between your thighs to squeeze. Okay? So let's put our props down. Let's get ready to start. If you have a yoga block, you're going to put it right here on that chair. And you're going to sit down. And you're going to feel your lower back resting against that block if you're using one. If you're not using one, that's okay. We'll just do it without one. But look at my feet. They're not pointed out to the side. They're not knees knocked and heels out to the side. My feet are straight ahead as if I were on skis. So we want to look at our alignment first in our sitting. So you think about, I'm going to sit sideways so you guys can see the ankles. You want to have your knees right above those ankles. And then if you notice your hips, your knees come right out from your hips. And then we hold our tummy in. Imagine you've got a cup of coffee right here on this hip. And if you were to sit back and round, that coffee would pour out the back. And in contrast, if you were leaning forward or making that arch really big in your back, the coffee would tip out the front. So what I want you to do now is sit up as straight and tall as you can and let that belly sag and feel how the coffee would fall out the front. And then let's do the reverse. Pull your tummy in and let the lower back round a little bit and feel how the coffee would fall out, spill out the back. Now find that middle ground where you're not arching and you're not rounding. We call that our neutral spine. And then we think about our shoulder being right up from our hip and then our ear right below our shoulder. We keep our tummy drawn in. Once we find that pelvis right in that level position, I want you to pull your tummy in and hold that position. So this is yoga that we can use every day, all day long when we're seated. When we have this neutral spine going on, neutral pelvis, your muscles go back into a balanced position. So it helps with pain, it helps with, this is all posture work. So when we have a good aligned posture, your muscles will naturally fall into their normal length. Yes, we do have to stretch and strengthen, but your spine will be happy. And when your spine is happy, most other parts of your body will respond with the same happiness and gratitude. Okay, guys, so I'm going to put this behind my back. We're going to talk about the breath for a couple minutes. In yoga, we breathe in and out through our nose. That slows the breath down, which we're trying to achieve to calm our nervous system. Your nervous system is controlled by your breath. If we breathe too fast, your nervous system goes up on high alert, like if you were in danger. That's called the stress response. But what we're trying to do is calm our nervous system down so that the nervous system comes on low. And when we do that, your stress will release, your pain should go down, and just have an overall feeling of well-being. So we use our breath too in this class. It's called pranayama. So let's try that. First, I want you to keep your eyes open with me, and we're just going to go through the breath. So we breathe in and out through the nose. Let's try that. Take a couple deep breaths in through the nose, slow and long, and then out through the nose, nice and slow and long. I'm going to count for you. So I want you to inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, and then exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and pause. Now, if 4 was too much for you, make it 3, 2, whatever works for you. If 4 was too little for you, then make it 5 or 6. You have to tailor it to meet you, your body. That's what I teach is yoga therapy, and yoga therapy is all about modifying the breath, the work, the asanas, the practice to meet your beautiful body's individual needs. So anyway, breathing in and out through the nose, that's the first thing. And nice and slow and long breaths. And now I want you to think about, this is Chester, she's a female, but I didn't know what she was when she was born. She was too fluffy, so she got a male name, but it stuck. So that's Chester, my girl cat. Anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. Put your hand on your belly, right around, maybe a little lower than your belly button. So what we're going to do now, let's keep our eyes open first, is I want you to inhale through that nose and see if you can just make the belly rise into that hand. Leave the chest out of it. If you want, left hand on the chest. The left hand's going to be still. So as you inhale, you breathe into that right hand. Feel the belly pull away from you. And then the exhale, I want you to slowly pull your tummy in and bring that navel back to where it was. Good. Inhale, feel the navel come away from the spine. The back arches a little more. And then the exhale, you gently pull the navel in and bring that spine back to where it was. So we're working our core here. So breathing in, navel rises forward. And then exhaling through the nose, pulling tummy in. It's like you're drawing that belly back. Now close your eyes, everybody. So again, inhale into the hand, feel the belly pooch out forward, and pause. And then as you exhale, pull the navel in and draw that navel in back towards the spine. And then a little pause. And then inhale, keep going, belly rises forward, and you pause. And then the exhale, you bring it back in. And you pause. Let's do 10 of those. So closing the eyes. If you've already got that feeling down, you can bring your hands down and place them on your lap. So let's try that. Inhale, belly. Exhale, pull it back in. Inhale, belly forward, rising forward. And exhale, pulling it back in. Now I want you to do this on your own. I'm going to stop talking, but I will call you back when it's time.
Oh, and then.
Nice, slow, smooth breath. On that exhale, feel the stress leave your body. And on that nice next inhale, feel this beautiful oxygen coming into your body. That's your prana, your life force. And as you exhale, feel the shoulders get heavy. Keep it going. Now as you breathe, I want you to really feel the body expand. Feel what's going on. Follow the breath. Follow that navel as you draw it back. Let's do 3 more, please. And 1 more. Good job. Now blink open your eyes a few times. Just bring your feet, stomp them a little bit. Good. And bring your hands to your heart. So what we just did was called pranayama. And we were doing an exercise in diaphragmatic breathing. So the diaphragm sits underneath your rib cage. And as you inhale, the diaphragm moves down to the navel area. That was what you were feeling as that hand rises forward. When you inhale and that diaphragm goes down, the lungs expand. And then as you exhale, all the air comes out of the lungs, and then that diaphragm comes back under the rib cage. So it's this up and down motion of the diaphragm that we just did, diaphragmatic breathing. It's really helpful with reducing stress, to help you to sleep at night, for pain control, because what that does, it stimulates the vagus nerve in your tummy. And it goes all the way up to your brain, and it regulates the relaxation response. So as soon as the nervous system feels that diaphragm start to really pump, it comes down on low. And that's what we need nowadays with this COVID and all the stress that we're under, financially, whatever you're dealing with. This type of a breath practice will help you navigate it better. And in time, you will become more resilient to stress. So that's a wonderful thing. Now let's start moving a little bit. But before we do, I just want to reiterate one thing. As we breathe like this, and we feel and sense our body breathing, we feel the belly rise and fall, we feel the breath enter and exit our nose, that's called body sensing. So if we're talking about stress, the mind, it jumps from one tree branch to another like a monkey. We call it the monkey mind, swinging from branch to branch. The mind wants to do that when we get under stress. But when we come into this relaxed body sensing mode, your brain can only do one thing, your mind rather, not your brain. Your mind can only do one thing at a time. It can either think about a gazillion things, or it can sense the body. When you're doing this body sensing exercise, your mind cannot jump from branch to branch. It stays on the body. The mind can do one thing at a time, either think or sense. So remember that. Take that with you when you can't sleep at night, And you just close your eyes and start to breathe into that diaphragm and let this tension go. And it will help you. All right, enough said. Let's start moving. So first, what I'd like you to do is look at your feet again. A lot of decades of bad habits, we're going to try to get better habits going on. This is not okay. If you suffer from sciatica, just this posture with the knees out, you're straining that piriformis muscle in the back. It's always in a contracted state. So you want to start to cultivate good alignment. Remember, when you're in good alignment, the muscles come back to their resting position. They're not too tight. You know, they're right just where they should be. So it's real important. So now sit up nice and tall. I want you to imagine that the back of your head is on the wall and you're gently sliding the back of the head up without moving the chin. Your chin will come along for the ride. So let's try that. Imagine a big hand pressing the chin back, the face back, the head back, and then you're imagining the back of the head scooting upward on the wall. And notice how the chin came down. Now we're working these deep cervical flexors, which is real important for neck health. All right. Now, I want you to inhale. I want you to look up only where the ceiling and the wall meet. And then the exhale, bring your chin to chest. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, look up. And the exhale, slow. Keep it that long, slow breath. So in yoga, we move with the breath. Inhale, look up. And exhale, chin down. One more time. Inhale, look up. And exhale, chin down. And then bringing your head back to level. So the chin should be parallel to the floor, not chin up, parallel. Now, let's look over our right shoulder. And then bring it back to center. And then look over the left shoulder. And bring it back to center. Now, as you inhale, look over the right shoulder. And as you exhale, center. And as you inhale, look over the left. And as you exhale, center. Now, we're going to bring our right ear towards our right shoulder. You're going to inhale, get tall. And then the exhale, bring your right ear to the right shoulder. Good. Inhale, get taller. The crown lifts. And then as you exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Good. Inhale back to center, get tall. And then exhale, right ear to right shoulder. And inhale to center, get taller. And then exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Good. And inhale back to center. Now watch me first. You're going to inhale, get tall. I'm going to exhale, chin to chest, keeping the chin down. Now I'm going to inhale, looking to the right. And the exhale, going all the way, looking to the left. And then inhaling back to center. And exhaling, the head comes up. Let's try that. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, crown of the head. The back of the head scoots up that imaginary wall. And then the exhale, chin to chest. The inhale, look to the right as far as comfortable for you. And now exhale all the way, look to the left. Then inhale, come to center. And exhale, bring your head up. Good job, guys. Bring your hands down, palms facing in. Now, what's going on with this coffee cup on our pelvis? Get it in level. So for me, I have to pull my tummy in. Keep that level. Try to keep it level throughout the whole practice. That's a lot, but it's sure good for our core. When we have a strong core, guess what gets stronger and feels better is our lower back. Your front of think about your lower back, what's directly in front of it is your abdominals. So we want to keep that strong to keep the back strong. Good to know, right guys? All right, let's start with let's bring our elbows, our shoulders up towards our ears, inhaling, and then exhaling. Make half a circle back and down. Again, inhale up, exhale, half a circle back and down. Don't let your tummy go. Keep that navel in. Good. And a couple more. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, down and around. And one more time, don't let the tummy go. Keep it drawing slightly in. Good, let's go the other way. So bring it up, forward and down. Just some nice shoulder circles to loosen up our neck. Our neck gets so tight. Good. Now, let's bring our hands to our shoulders. We're gonna do, we call these, bring your arms out. You can watch me a first time. Now, let me give you a tip. As soon as I bring my arms up, guess what wants to happen? My rib cage wants to go forward and my back wants to arch because I lost my abdominal connection. So to keep that tummy in and bring your arms up. Don't let the ribs flare up. Keep them tucked. So we're thinking about a big clamshell from the pelvis to the ribs, and you're just a little bit contracted so that you're contracting your rectus abdominis, your big front abdominal muscles. Let's bring our hands here. Tummy is in. Now, breathing in. As you exhale, kiss your elbows together. Elbow kisses. Inhale, open. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then exhale, kiss your elbows. Inhale, open. Open the chest. And exhale, close. This is posture stuff, my loves. Inhale, open, squeeze the shoulder blades, hug the backs of the armpits towards your body. And then the exhale. So this is posture work. Posture work. And one more time. Good. And then bring your arms down. Roll your shoulders back a few times. Now, have your arms to your side. My palms are facing back, so the fronts of the hands forward. I want you to rotate your arms up, just like this. I'll come sideways so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm up like this, 90-degree angle. And then I want you to raise your arms up to the side. Good. Hold the belly in. Remember, as soon as your arms come up, your back wants to arch. So let's not let it arch. So I want you to squeeze your armpits back towards the back. So the underarms are squeezing, the shoulder blades are squeezing, and we're flying a plane. This is called life force reach. So you're reaching opposite directions, but your tummy's still drawn in. And one more breath. Don't stop breathing, my loves. Keep breathing. And then bring the arms back like this. And then the elbows to the side, and then unfurl those arms. So those arms get heavy holding them up, don't they? But it's important that we keep our upper body strong. All right, what shall we do next? Let's go down to our feet. Let's work on our lower extremity a little bit. So let's bring our left foot up. Now, if it's too heavy for you, you can put your hands under to support that leg. You can use a strap or a towel. If you can, though, let's create some strength in our legs. Pull your tummy in. Press your back onto that block if you're using one, but keep your pelvis level, that coffee level. And now bring your left leg up. Squeeze right above your knee. Put your hand above your knee and squeeze that muscle into it. That is your quadricep. So we want to squeeze it. Now, point and flex your foot. Point and flex. Point and flex. Just a few more. Pumping the ankle, getting circulation. And now, circle your ankle. Doesn't matter which way. I'm going clockwise first, but you do whatever you want. And then go the other way. If you have creaking and popping, it's just normal. Crepitus, little gas bubbles in there. If it hurts you, you don't do it. And now bring that leg down. So that's another thing. If I'm asking you to do something and it bothers you, I want you to leave it out or modify it. For instance, if I have your arms out like this and it just doesn't feel good to you, maybe down here or maybe just like this, we're still going to get a benefit from it. So don't feel like you have to be a mirror image of what I'm doing. You can modify things to meet your body because nothing should hurt in yoga. Okie dokie. Let's do the other side, right leg. Pull the navel in, get this neutral pelvis, and lift that leg up. Squeeze the muscle right above that knee. Hold it. That left knee, don't let it flail out. Push into the foot. And now point and flex. Now see, I've got my right hand just giving this leg a little support. That's a modification, and you can do that until we get stronger. And now circle the ankle. How's your cup of coffee? Keep it level. And now circle it the other way. I had a nice pop in my ankle when I did that. So we need to move. We can't just sit. And now bring that leg down. Tap your feet out. Now, what I'd like to talk about again is posture. Posture is so important. And what do? We slump. It's comfortable, but the body doesn't like it, and eventually it'll tell you it doesn't like it in the form of pain. So we want to get a nice straight spine. And because we go in this slump posture, right in front of our shoulders gets real tight. Your chest, your pecs get real tight. Where the back body between your shoulder blades, the mid-back, loses its strength. It doesn't have any strength to keep your shoulders back. So we're going to work on that. So now let's move on to our chest. So we want to open the chest, stretch it, and then we want to strengthen the middle back to keep that posture, to start improving our posture. So now let's bring our right arm. This is my left arm. So I'm going to start with my left arm. Bring it out. Notice my palm is facing inward. My thumb is up. That's a good cue. Thumb up. Now, squeeze the arm, the upper arm, and notice it brings that shoulder back into the socket. I want you to have that. Hold your tummy in. And as you inhale, just open the arm out to the side as far as you can go with no pain. And then exhale, bring it in. Keep this squeezing. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Think about a butterfly. Inhale through the nose, opening that arm. Or that wing of that butterfly. Good. And one more time, opening. Now, open it and open it until you feel a stretch right here in the front of the shoulder. No pain. Now, if it starts to bother you, look what I'm going to do. I'm going to bend that elbow and place my hand on the shoulder. I'm still getting an opening here, but I'm reducing the load on that shoulder. So if the shoulders bother you, bend the elbow, but you want to have a stretch here. And then bring that arm down. Let's do the other side. Thumb up. Squeeze the arm bone so that that arm retreats back into the shoulder socket. And inhale, open that butterfly wing up. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale through the nose, we open. And exhale, we bring it back. And opening. And closing. And then opening and staying. And then thinking about pulling it back a little more until you feel a stretch here. If it hurts, you don't do it, or you bend the elbow and try it. So modify it to whatever you need to do. But I want you to feel a stretch right here. One more breath. And then bring the arm back. And bring it down. Good job. Roll the shoulders. All right, let's scoot away from the chair, the back of the chair. I want you to widen your legs. We're going to do cat and cow. You guys stay facing forward. I'm coming to the side so you can see me. So first, wide legs. We're going to do cat and cow. Watch me first. So we want to get good alignment. When I inhale, I'm pulling my hands back towards the thigh. I'm arching and lifting and looking up. Now, as soon as you do that, I want you to pull your tummy in a lot and think about the tailbone having a weight on it, and it's heavy. And then the hands slide to the knees. You keep your tummy in and you tuck your chin down. You inhale, lift the chest, but tummy in, tailbone heavy, gently look up. The exhale, pull the navel in, round the back, and gently look down. Let's do 3 more. Cat and cow. So this brings movement and fluids and goodness into your spine. 2 more. Follow the breath. And 1 more. Good, good, good. Now, we're going to do one that's going to stretch our side of our lower back. It's called the diamond. So what I want you to do is keep your feet wide. Good job. And now what I want you to do is reach your right hand forward, pulling the left arm back. And bring it in. Right arm, keep the left hip back, reach the right arm forward, and exhale, bring it back. The inhale, reaching. Keep the right hip back as the right arm reaches, and exhale, bring it back. Inhale, reaching with the left. Keep the left hip back, and exhale, bring it in. Good. Now, we're going to bring our hands up to our shoulders, and bring your right knee, elbow towards your knee, and lift the left elbow up. Press into your feet. Breathe. Keep your tummy in. So we're getting a little side angle twist here. Good for the spine. So we're working on our spine now. Push into those feet to keep you stable. Activate those leg muscles. And now come back up as you inhale. Good. Breathe in. And then the exhale, let's bring our left elbow towards our left knee and raise the right elbow up. Now, I don't want you to bend forward. I want you to think there's a wall in back of your right shoulder and you're reaching back to the wall. Your tummy's pulled in and you're feeling a good stretch here. And 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, pull your tummy in. And 1 more. Good, and then bring that down. So that was a nice, we call that side bending, lateral flexion. So let's go back to our legs a little bit. I'd like to work on your hamstrings. Hamstrings, because we sit so much, they shorten in their length. That means they get tight. So what we want to do now is stretch them out a little bit. Now, I'm going to take a strap. I want you to sit back in your chair. Put it around the left arch. Start to squeeze that area right above your knee and flex your foot. Pull your tummy in. Good. Now start to lift the leg up. Just a little bit and push the heel forward. Bring the toes back a little bit. You should feel it in the back of your leg. Now, we're working on arm strength too because our legs are not light. We're holding this leg up, but we're pulling the tummy in. Pulling that tummy in is supporting your back. Remember that the next time you bend over. I want you to hold the belly in when you do such things because that will protect your back. Good. Now, take the strap, put it in that left hand or both hands, and open that leg out to the side, to the left. Keep the right, look at my right knee, it wants to come in. You're going to keep it right in alignment. You're going to push into that right foot. So we're stretching out inner thigh. Good, breathe. Don't hold the breath. The exhale, pull that tummy and bring that navel back. So breathe just like we were breathing to start. Into the navel, inhaling. And then the exhale, pulling tummy in. And 1 more breath. And then bring it back in. Good job. Let's do the other side. So first we'll start with the back of our legs, which is our hamstrings. And then we're going to work to the inner thigh, the adductor muscle. So pull on the strap, bring it up. Look at this left knee. It wants to go cockeyed to the left. So I'm going to find my alignment and press into the foot. So the knee stays safe. Pull your leg up a little. Hold your belly and press the heel forward and the toes back a little bit. And breathe. Keep breathing. 2 more breaths. So we want to hold a posture about 30 seconds, which is about 6 breaths. Now you're going to open that leg out to the right. Look at the knee on the left. It wants to follow it, but you're going to press it outward. Good. And breathe. The foot that we're stretching, bring the toes towards you. Flex it. Good. Let's stay here 3 more breaths. Inhaling, navel rises forward. And the exhale, you're gently pulling your navel back. 2 more breaths. And then bring it back and take the strap off. And let's tap our legs out. Let's go back up to our shoulders a little bit and our back. All right, come forward a little bit on your chair. I want you to take your left leg and cross it over your right. Now, if that's too much, you can cross your ankle. So left over right. I'm going to cross. Now, what I want you to do is think about you're squeezing your thighs together. Now, let's bring our arms up. Let's take our left arm and cross it over. So left on top, and then give yourself a hug. So I want you to think about squeezing your thighs together and squeezing your armpits. We're working on immunity here. There's lymph nodes in your groin, in your tummy, and under those armpits. And as we squeeze them, it's helping our immunity get stronger. This is like a detox. Now, watch me. Keep the legs like they are. Maybe let go of the shoulders, and then maybe trying to grasp your left wrist with that right hand. It really makes the stretch a lot more on the back, so maybe this hugging is enough. 1 more breath. Squeeze those groins together. Squeeze the armpits. This is called eagle pose, Garudasana. And then let that go. Let's uncross. So remember, first level, the ankles cross. Then maybe we bring our knees and cross our knees. So what I want you to do is squeeze the thighs towards one another. Right leg's on top, so now right arm comes on top, and we hug and we squeeze under our arms. We pull our tummy in and we squeeze our thighs. Each exhale, squeeze a little more. Bring your tummy in a little more. Remember the arm modification. If you want, you take the left hand and try to grasp your right wrist. If that's too much, keep with the squeeze, the hug. Keep squeezing. 1 more breath. And then unwind. Open your arms up. Let's bring our legs wide and just do the Charleston. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Couple more. Good. Now, I want you to turn sideways in your chair. I've got my left glute, my left bottom is on the chair, my right leg is off. Hold on with the back hand and let that front knee, it's my right knee, come down. Pull your tummy in a lot. Point the tailbone down. It's a heavy tailbone. We're stretching the front of our thigh. This is super tight for most of us. So this is our psoas because we're sitting too much. Now if you start to cramp in this back of this leg, I want you to come out of it, pause the recording for a minute, and then just bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten, and try it again, and then push the button to start it. Got it? So let's go back to this. This is our psoas muscle. Look at my foot. The toe is down, my heel is up. Now if you want more, you bring your foot back and you start to lift your knee up. Keep your tummy in and point that tailbone down. This is my right leg. My right hand comes to the shoulder, and then I tip towards the chair as I inhale, but I keep my tummy drawn in to protect my back. Just 2 more breaths, my loves, 2 more. And then bring that arm down and bring this leg up. Let's go to the other side. Let me grab a sip. And we're going to come to standing next. Okay. After we do a little core, then we'll come to standing. So now my right bottom is on the chair. My right arm is holding onto the chair and bringing the left knee towards the floor. Now, if you're tight here, you might look like this. But we start where we start. We don't judge ourselves. We just accept our bodies the way it is. Now, curl the toe under, bring your heel up. Pull the tummy in, point the tailbone down, and get a nice straight alignment. And let's breathe. Inhale, tummy in. Head, the crown of the head lengthens. Now on the exhale, pull the tummy in a little more and press your tailbone towards the floor. Make it feel heavy, not a pressing, it's just a lengthening. 2 more breaths. So the ones that I've chosen for today are really ones that are the most common areas that we get tight because we sit too much. So we're reversing that. Now bring the hand to the shoulder, left hand to left shoulder, and then inhale it up. And exhale, tip towards the chair. Now if this bothers this shoulder, bring your hand to your hip, it's okay. If it hurts something, we leave that part out. And then inhale, come back up, bring this leg off. Now we're going to work on our core a little bit. So come away from the chair. And I want you to imagine that we're going to call this stirring the pot. We're going to have like a big, I don't want to say a cauldron, because that instantly you're thinking about a witch. But think about a big pot of soup. You're at oh, I can't think of it. You're at a big place and you're making a huge pot of soup. You've got a big, like an oar, like a big paddle in the middle. I want you to pretend you're holding on to this oar. Tummy in, pelvis is level, knees, feet, everything's in alignment. Now you're going to reach forward and stir that pot. Pull the tummy in when it comes towards your body. And then inhale, halfway, stir the pot and tummy in. Now see, I'm not moving a lot. I'm keeping the tummy in. So we're working on our core here. Inhale, forward, stir. Exhale, bring it in. Tummy in a little more. One more direction in this direction. Good. And now we'll go the other way. So inhale, reach, but don't let your body move a lot. Keep the tummy in. Inhale. And exhale, pull that navel in a little more. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Good. And last time. Good job. Close your eyes. Bring your hands to your lap. I want you to feel your middle. Feel your waistline. Stop thinking. Feel it. Do you feel like you brought circulation into that core right there? Do you feel a little glow? A little pulse maybe in there? No right or wrong answer, just an awareness exercise. So with yoga, we're supposed to really get in tune with what we're feeling and get the mind involved with it. Okay, one more. I want you to bring your arms up to the side and rotate the palms up. Hold your belly in. Make this coffee nice and level. Now bring your arms down. Let me give you one more tip for the core. I want you to think about the top here and the bottom here, and it's a can of soda, and you're gently squishing the top and the bottom. Do that. Gently squish. Now the sides of the can, you're bringing them inward. Bring that inward. That's your core. The up and down, north and south comes in a little, and east and west comes in a little bit. Now hold that. Bring your arms up. Take a breath. And as you exhale, look at your toes. Keep your tummy in. Inhale, come up, squeeze the shoulder blades, and exhale, come down. Inhale, come up, exhale, down, and inhale up, and exhale, down. Now listen to my breath. Inhale up, and exhale. And then bring your arms down and take a break. We're going to do that a few more times. But before, I want you to take your hand and put it on your navel area. Take a breath in and make this sound. Press into your tummy. Do you feel your core, your abdominals contract when you make that sound? Try it again. Take a breath. So when we're doing this coming forward, we're going to make that sound and you're going to get more of an abdominal conditioning, abdominal strength going on. So we'll do that. So bring your arms up, squeeze your shoulder blades, squeeze the armpits towards the body. Take a breath. And as you exhale, as you inhale, come up, high chester. And as you exhale, keep the shoulder blades drawing towards one another. And 2 more times. And last one. Good job. Bring your arms down and roll those shoulders. Do you feel it? Good work, guys. Okay. Let's come to standing. And then we're going to do at the very end, we're going to do something called blast off. So we'll talk about that when we get there. So come to standing. All right. Now this portion of class, like I talked about in the beginning, you want to make sure you're safe. So if you don't have a yoga mat under your chair, I want you to, when I ask you to walk back, I don't want you to push forward. I want you to push straight down. Got it, guys? Please be safe. And if your balance is a little bit off, you can bring this to a wall and be real close to a wall so that you are safe. Okay. Let's stand at the back of our chair. I want you to lift your toes up. Remember, you're on skis, toes straight ahead. Lift your toes up, spread them wide. And then I want you to think about, I'm going to bring my foot up, you don't. I want you to think about a triangle from your big toe to the little toe and then through the middle of the heel. And I want you to press equally into that triangle under both feet. Pull your navel in, find that neutral spine so the pelvis, the coffee's not tipping forward or back. Your shoulders are back and down and your ears over your shoulder. Then you're going to hold on to the back of the chair. You're going to inhale, come up on your toes, and exhale, come down. Now let's come up to the right and the left and the right. So look at me. I'm bending one knee and coming up onto the ball of the foot of the other. This is called the pony. So we're just warming up ankles, hips, and knees. Good. Let's warm them up. Good. Now, if you have a block or a pillow, I want you to put it between your thighs. So remember, a pillow can work. So now we're going to come up onto our toes. Hold your belly in, have a neutral spine, squeeze that block and come up onto your toes. And then come bring your heels down. Maybe you want to challenge balance and just have one hand there. If you need both, by all means, I'm going to come sideways. So lifting up on the toes and down on the heels and lifting up and bringing it down. And one more time, let's come up, let's stay here. Now, if you need to come down before I ask you to, you do. Can you bring both hands off the chair? Remember, you don't have to. This is where I can't see you, but you're using good judgment. Are your heels still up? If they are and you're tiring, bring your heels down, but still squeeze that block. And then come off of it. Let's take our block out. Good job, guys. So now what I want you to do, we're going to do some hip circles. I've got my right hip towards the chair. So first, find your neutral pelvis, pull your tummy in. I want you to think about bringing your left thigh up and then bringing it down. Take a breath. As you exhale, bring your thigh up, and as you inhale, bring it down. One more. Exhale, it comes up, and inhale down. Now exhale, bring it up, and let's make some circles with that knee. Hold on to the wall. Really be careful, and now go the other way. So we're making nice circles in our hip socket. Good. And then bring that foot down. Let's do the other side. Left side is towards the chair. So I'm going to think about creating this neutral pelvis. The coffee's level. I'm pulling my tummy in. I'm bringing the weight to the triangle on that left foot, the one that's right by the chair. And then I'm bending the right knee and bringing it up. And then I'm bringing it down. Breathe in, inhale. The exhale, the right thigh up. The inhale, it comes down. So feel what's going on that left bottom area. We're creating strength in our glutes, which is good for balance. Now bring it up, hold it, belly in, and now make some circles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Other way, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now bring that leg down. Good job. Now, I'm going to go back to switching it. This is why I like this new mat, guys. It fits wherever I am. I love this round mat. We're going to work on some glute strength again. So find neutral pelvis. My right leg is by the chair, and I'm spreading the toes, and I'm finding that triangle. Big toe mound, little toe, and then the middle of the heel. Now what I want you to do is think about this left leg. I'm lifting the hip up a little bit. My foot is flexed, my toes are straight, and then I'm going to lift sideways straight out. Don't let the toes come up, and bring your leg in. Inhale out and exhale down. This is balance work. And down. And lift out. Feel where you're feeling it right here. The side of the hip is balanced. The inner thigh and outer thigh. So when we were squeezing that block, we were conditioning the inner thigh, the inner part of the leg. Now we're doing the outer. We're going to hold it up. We're going to hold our tummy in. Keep holding. If it starts to cramp, you come down. Good. One more breath. Don't stop breathing. And then bring that down. Now, what I'm going to do now is I want you to come to the back of the chair, pull your navel in, and press that left hip to the left. Stretch it out. Keep your navel in. Bring your navel to the spine. Remember, we want to protect our back. Press out into that hip. That stretches out what we just did. And then come back up. Let's do the other side. So now the left foot is your balance, it's your support leg. You're going to find spread the toes, press under the little toe and the big toe in the middle of the heel. Hold the belly in. Lift the right hip up a little bit and bring the foot just off the ground. So you're going to bring it out to the side, keeping the pinky ledge of the foot nice and level, and exhale in. Inhale out, feel it here. It's not so much as about how high, it's about how much you can keep it from the toe kicking up and down. 3 more. Good. You guys do this every day, you're going to get strong. And 1 more. And hold it. So this leg here, I'm pushing this hip towards this inward and pushing this one outward, creating strength in both. And then bring that down. Now we're going to push out, Hold the belly in and push that left or right hip out. Good. Now, I want you to come to standing. Karate chop right where your hip crease is. Pull your tummy in. Pull it in a lot. And hinge from the hips, squeezing the shoulder blades and keeping your back flat. And then come up. So what you don't want to do is this, bending from the waist. Super bad for us. So when you're bending to pick something up, you find your neutral pelvis, you hinge from the hips, you bend the knees, you reach, you pick it up, and you push through the feet and come back up. So this, you can hurt yourself. So we want to learn how to hinge from the hip. Okay, let's do a couple more standing. I want you to stand nice and tall. And now what I want you to do is take a big step back with your left foot, your left leg. Now look at my foot. I'm angling the toe just a little bit, pointing it outward. My right knee is going to bend, but my knee is not going to go over my ankle. I've got my chair right there to keep it from going any further. And then I'm going to straighten that leg. So what I want you to think about, where's your belly button? Is it pointing straight ahead or cockeyed? If it's a little cockeyed, I want you to take this right leg and walk it outward to the right until your tummy can turn straight. Think about right here is lifting. Now straighten the right leg, take a breath, and as you exhale, bend. And inhale, straighten that right knee. The exhale, bend the knee. The left foot, you're pressing through the pinky toe, side, and then the big toe. Now keep this right knee bent and think about the inner thigh rolling up. And hold that. Now keep all that. Hold your hands to the back of the chair. Take a breath. And as you exhale, keep your tummy in. Bend the elbows. Come down. And then press your arms into the chair and come up. We're working the backs of our arms. We'll do 2 more. Keep your tummy in. Inhale, come down. Exhale, press it up. Press straight up. And last time. And press it up. Step it up. Shake it out. We're going to do the other side. So now, our left knee is right up to the chair. The right leg comes back. The toes are angled out a little bit. And then I'm going to say, where's my navel? Is it cockeyed? Then I'm going to take my left leg and walk it to the left a little so I can turn my tummy forward. I'm going to think about this lifting, and I'm pressing through the pinky side of the back foot and the big toe. It activates your arches. My left leg, I'm bending my knee, but it's not going over my ankle. Now I'm straightening the left leg. I'm looking forward. I'm exhaling, pulling tummy in, bending the left knee, lifting the right thigh, and then come out. The exhale, the left knee bends. The inhale, the left knee straightens. Keep your tummy in. And bending. And straightening. This time we're going to stay. We're going to stay in the bent left knee. You're going to think about the inner thighs rolling up on the left leg. Your tummy's in. And you're going to hold onto this chair. Press straight down. Take a breath. And as you exhale, keep the knee like it is and bend the elbows. And then inhale, press straight up. Work the backs of your arms. We need to keep our arms strong. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. And inhale, straighten. One more time. Exhale, bend. And inhale, straighten. Step it up. Good job. Shake your knees, rock them back and forth. So the heel comes up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's do a little bit of cardio. So we're going to start to swing our arms. We're going to march. Let's get the arms going first. And now we're going to let's do our Opposites. So as the left knee raises, the right arm raises. Right knee left. Now, if you want to do this seated, you can do it seated. Whatever works for you. I'm choosing standing. So let's do a few more. 2, 3, keep your tummy in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job, guys. All right, let me take a sip of water. Take deep breaths if that got your heart rate up. That was our cardio workout. And now what I'd like you to do, we're going to work on balance. We're going to do 2 more standing and then we're done. So I'm going to have my right hip towards the chair. I did a lot of talking, so we're going to go over a little bit today. Usually my classes are an hour, but they're going to go over a little bit. That's okay. Right foot, spreading the toes, finding the middle of that foot, and then really squeezing this side hip to the midline of your body, so you squeeze it in. Now let's bring our left leg just hovered above the ground and turn the knee outward and bring that foot below your knee. Now you can have the toe touch, that's okay too. The left toe can be down on the floor or it can be up here. You can really, what I want you to do is think about this right hip pressing to the left. So keeping this muscle engaged. We're working on balance here. So you're holding onto the wall. You're holding onto the chair. Now, if you want to attempt it, bring your hands up. And then you adjust yourself. So maybe that didn't work for you. Stare at something and breathe. Tree pose. You can also have your arm down, hold on. And then bring that leg out, shake your legs. Go to the other side. So what we lose as we age is our balance. So we've really got to think about that. Left toe spread. The left hip squeezes inward, so it's a Now this right leg, you can keep the toe down and rotate your hip outward, externally rotate. What wants to happen is this wants to let go, but we want to keep it in. And then you're going to keep your foot down here or bring it to the calf. Nice and tall. So this thigh, don't let it go to the left. Push it to the right. And the right foot, the foot that's on your calf is gently pressing inward. So you've got this both directionals pressing towards the midline of your body. So you find your balance and maybe you bring your arms up, maybe you don't. My balance is off today. So hold on, no accidents. So holding on is just as effective as not holding on when we're starting out here. We're trying to build strength. I'm 4 months post hip replacement, so I'm still rehabbing. So listen to your body. And then come down. And once again, we're going to do that skiing, pushing the hip to the right, pushing the hip to the left, and just working out that glute muscle that we were strengthening. All right, let's come down. Actually, before we do, let's stand behind our chair. Let's walk back, walk back. Bend your knees, press straight down. So I want your back straight. So maybe that means you have to bend your knees a lot, and that's okay. Bend your knees, but pull your tummy towards your spine. And then just look down. Now, if you can, you start to straighten your leg. Maybe you bend the right knee and then straighten it and bend the left knee. We call this walking the dog. So we're in downward facing dog right now. Super good stretch for the backs of your legs. Keep your tummy drawn in and up, up. Look straight down and breathe. 2 more breaths. Keep your tummy drawn in. And then look up at your chair and walk yourself up. Now that's a good one to do on the counter in your kitchen. It's a nice height to do that. So everybody come down. How was that? That was a lot of work, wasn't it? It was a lot of work. Now I'm going to do one last one. We're working on strength today, it turned out. And you can do this as many times as is good for you. We're going to have one last push. I want you to put this block between your thighs. Good. Hold your belly in. So let me watch what we're going to do. We call this blast off. So I want you to squeeze the block and squeeze your bottom. Press into your feet and stand up. And then slowly, carefully find the chair. And then step it up. If you need to reach back and find the chair, do it. If you need to have a chair in front of you to help you, do it as long as you're safe. So you got to think about all these things. So we're going to do 8 more of these. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. There's 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. 2 more to go. 7. And 8. Good job. And the last one, blast off. The arms come up. And then bring your hands to the chair to find it and sit down. Take your block out. I'm so proud of you if you went through the whole class with me. That was a good one to build strength and endurance and help with balance. So that was great. Bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Start to sense that heart beating. Feel it pumping. And then bring your hands down to your laps. Close your eyes. And breathing in and out through the nose. Let's bring that right hand back to the belly. And as you inhale, breathe into the hand. And as you exhale, feel the belly draw a little bit back towards the spine. Let's do 5 more diaphragmatic breaths. Slowing our heart rate down after that. One more. Now open your eyes. And I want you to, we're going to do just a couple more minutes of breath to calm ourselves down after that. So I want you to inhale through the nose. Imagine you're smelling a beautiful rose. And as you exhale, I'm going to get closer so you can see me. You're going to purse your lips and pretend you're blowing out a birthday cake full of candles. So the inhalation, smell that fragrant rose. The exhale, keep going. Three more. One more time. Good job. Blink open your eyes a couple times. And then bring your hands to your heart. So great job today, guys. So what I want you to do now is sit up nice and tall. And closing your eyes, bowing to yourself, bringing your chin towards your chest. In yoga, we end class with Namaste, which means the divine in me honors and bows to the divine in you. So thank you so much for joining me today. And Namaste. Keep doing this video and you will get strong. Thank you. And if you'd like to donate to my classes, my name is Lori Denning, LORRIE-DENNING, and I have a Zelle account or a PayPal account. And if you're friends of mine or students of mine, you can always email me or text me if you need questions answered. Or you can put a comment in YouTube, that I will get to. So have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.